was last week. The only match that went to a third game was that game.
Yes.
And Kraken Inc. pulled off that win today.
Regular gamers in the purple, Fusion Falcons in the green. I love how both teams are rocking their clans tag here. Both put it into all of their usernames.
Makes it very easy for me. Thank you.
I'm seeing both teams using some front line here. Interestingly enough, seeing an ink brush coming out on Rainmaker. That's not something that you see often.
That's true, but you know, I think the Fusion Falcons are people that are going to go with what they're comfortable with. And oh my goodness, look at this from Team Purple, from the regular gamers. They're going for it.
Nugget getting the Rainmaker stop. Already Cosby getting the Rainmaker to 45. Something we didn't have time to talk about. Manera jumping in here for Fusion Falcons as their sub. Flux is playing today, but Nera joining their team after week 1. They signed Nera in the chat as we were streaming this.
Yes.
For the first time last week.
The 2-year contract. I couldn't believe it.
Yes, an excellent player. So I think that gives me a little more confidence in the Fusion Falcons.
I would say so as well. Oh.
Right now, regular gamers, though, trying to assert their dominance already to 45, and that Rainmaker has not left the side of Fusion Falcons.
They're feeling good about it. They're hungry.
Epic Spy mentioning no armor on other team. Both teams are just, I think, again, they're just playing whatever they want to.
They don't need it. They don't need it. They're fine. Oh, maybe not.
Drift backline player of the week now on the Octobrush. Tax almost all the way, getting the dunk out of nowhere. Wow, what a quick game. Did not expect that. I thought we were going to have time to just, casually chat about these players. All of a sudden, Tax is doing the slam dunk.
Something I just thought of was, I feel like that was the first time in a long time that Nugget lost a Rainmaker match.
That's true. He didn't get a chance to even touch the Rainmaker, so... All right, Fusion Falcons in the blue, regular gamers in the yellow. I do see some heavy Splatling remix from Siege this time. Not the player that I thought it was going to come from. But again, on this map, it is so important to have backliner, and I'm glad to see at least the Fusion Falcons pick that up. Meanwhile, regular gamers not really picking it up besides the foil flingser, if you want to call that a backline, I guess.
Oh man, I'd like to point out, last time that we saw the regular gamers on Splat Zones, I called that they'd go from 100 to 0 just like that. And it looks like last time they were able to get it to like 12 very quickly.
Yes.
And it's going on the same pace again.
They have so much control. I mean, just look at the map. Look how much yellow is out there. There's so many spots for the Fusion Falcons to get sniped by. Nero with an excellent inkjet kill. Can she get one more, though, to help the team get back into this game? That was a pretty big deal, giving them a little bit of space. But again, they're still outside of the zone. Nero with a nice kill, though, on Cosby. This is their chance to get to the zone. I know Zach really wants 100 KO, but I don't think they're going to get it here. Fusion Falcons did get a couple kills, and now they have a chance, a little time to breathe. Flux going to drop that Booyah Bomb. They still on the zone, though.
Oh, no. Only one alive on both teams.
Nugget now trying to use the Booyah Bomb.
They just can't get
so
control.
Many kills, but no control yet.
They're trying so hard.
All right, Nugget with a nice kill right there. Using the Gal. I've not seen him on the Gal before. That's an interesting choice for him. LK with a nice kill. Returned, though, by the Falcons.
There's the penalty for the first time.
All right, Fusion Falcons still in this. This is their first time that they have control, but they got to get their map painted up a bit. Still a lot of yellow I'm seeing.
Jeez. Oh, the Rainmaker coming out.
Siege King on this heavy remix is interesting to me. I don't know how much he's played. I've seen him a lot on those dually squelchers, one of my favorite weapons.
Yes.
So interesting to see him on the back line. He's doing decent so far.
I'm seeing lots more blue than there once was. They're showing their dominance. They're getting close to that 27. And definitely not as lopsided as last time.
That's the hard thing about Splat Zones. Again, once you have control, it's so hard for the other team to get control back.
A beautiful dodge from that bomb from Flux, but...
Nero going down. 3v3 on the map. This is huge. Regular gamers need to get the zone back because they don't want to lose the lead. They are able to do it, and now a 50-point penalty on the Falcons. Feels bad for the Falcons there. They were doing so great. Got it within 8. This is the closest that they've been to the regular gamers so far, at least.
Yes, and definitely still a lot of hope with only half the time on the clock gone.
Yeah, still a lot of time. You're right. Nero again pulling out that inkjet. A very aggressive player trying to get lots and lots of kills. Getting a couple earlier, not that time on the inkjet though.
Sure. There's still, you know, the yellow that once showed on the map is still there, but blue, you know, they're holding their ground now. A lot of specials, a lot of coordinated specials coming out from both teams, it feels like.
Falcons need to hold on to this zone. It's kind of back and forth right now. Both teams with 3 on the map. Siege is going to use that Booyah Bomb to shove them away. Gets a double kill Booyah Bomb.
Beautiful.
That you don't see very often. Wow, what a placement, as you said, by Siege.
Exactly where they were hiding. They were being sneaky. It didn't matter.
Good team coordination. You know that Booyah Bomb doesn't do that much damage that fast. You know that other people are at least hitting them at some point. And that Booyah Bomb definitely finished them off. They weren't able to hold the control though, so man, this is a very back and forth game, especially after that Rainmaker that was so lopsided.
Wow, still big penalty on blue put on again. But just 8 points apart for these teams totally. Oh man.
Minute left. Falcons feeling some of the pressure. They need this win to shove us into a game 3. So far, they have not had the lead whatsoever. Regular Gamers almost do that penalty now.
Oh, Siege with the Booyah Bomb again.
Nugget trying to get this super jump, trying to kill him, but instead LK is able to take him down. That's always one of the most frustrating things when you're camping a super jump and someone else comes and kills you. Flux, though, with a nice bomb kill onto Drift.
Oh, Blue's still got control, but...
Bomb, Cosby getting Flux down. Fusion Falcons just aren't able to stay alive long enough. Nugget with a nice kill on Cosby, though. 25 seconds left. 4v2. This is their chance to get control. They need to stay alive, though. Nugget with the Booyah Bomb. Just going to try to hold the zone. They need to get control. There it is. 14 seconds left. 4v4. This is where it gets intense. Regular Gamers, all they need to do is take the control of the zone with the man advantage right now. 2 go down for Fusion Falcons. This is it.
In the last 2 seconds.
Well fought by both teams. Regular Gamers just taking it out at the end, though.
Man. Gosh.
What a play.
There was some gorgeous plays from both teams that round, and I feel like coming out of this match, even though Regular Gamers is showing their dominance, there's still a lot that Fusion Falcons should be proud of for that match. So peachy. The whole gang is here. Welcome.
All right, here we go. Rainmaker, Muscle Forge Fitness, Kraken Inc. in the green, Renegades in the orange. Right off the bat, I'm noticing, of course, my favorite, the Splatfest 7.
Beautiful.
One of those weapons, get up in their face, close and personal. Feel like it's a boom or bust weapon, but they're going for it.
A boomer bust weapon.
A boomer, yeah, a boomer weapon. Only boomers use it.
It only kills me because boomer busting.
All right, a wipe already by the Renegades. They're going to pick up the Rainmaker now, push it forward for the lead. This is a good start for the Renegades, maybe getting some confidence.
It's looking a little bit beautiful. 77 already in the first 30 seconds. Lots of things are happening. Oh, but orange, lots of orange goes down. Only one alive, but the Rainmaker's finally down.
And the other thing we didn't get a chance to talk about is their leader, team captain Bandito, not able to play today, so Bandito is just sitting on the sidelines coaching with the sub in. And so we'll see if that really makes a difference. Bandito did a good job last week, though, so I don't think it's a positive for them that Bandito's actually sitting out here.
For sure. But it definitely, taking the lead there. Nice kill, though, from a Japanese player.
Whatever their name is, we cannot pronounce it.
Not gonna try.
So the interesting thing on Muscle Forge Fitness to me is that there's really only 2 ways to go on this map. You go straight down the middle over the grading, and it is very tough because there's just so many areas to get shot from, and the Rainmaker can go down so easily. You can see right there, orange, the Renegade's trying to push up the right side, which is a little bit safer, but you score less points unless you really get up far.
A lot of very easy corners to get stuck in this map as well. You can just easily, if you're not careful about your placement, you're dead. This looks like the Rainmaker's going to reset here.
Yes, Kraken with the lead, 49-63. if you've not played Splatoon 2 and you're wondering what this mode is, Rainmaker, essentially that thing, their bubble they're shooting at the middle, once a team collects that, however far that person gets with the Rainmaker is your score. So right now, 49 to 63 is how far they've gotten the Rainmaker. The lower score is what you want.
Basically intense keep away.
Intense keep away.
Yeah.
That's one way to think about it. And keep away, but you're trying to get it into their base at the same time.
Yes, yes. You want to keep it to yourself as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to take the bomb to their base and explode it. It's just, it's Nintendo, so there's no bomb to explode.
Right, right. Nobody gets killed, they just get splatted.
They get splatted, they come back, it's totally fine.
Oh, Rainmaker. Oh,
I'm looking to pick up the Rainmaker, goes with the splashdown. They gotta pick it up, or it's about to reset, so they're gonna pick it up. 4v3 on the map. This is their chance to score, take the lead. But a nice stop by Luna right there.
Very close game. Only 6 points apart here.
They got a blaster battle. Luna's gonna go down, but taking out Tuki at the same time. Orange still trying to continue the push. They want the lead. Midkid doesn't take the Rainmaker though, instead goes down. And I think Kraken Inc. is going to be able to hold on to their 6-point lead, at least for now.
Yikes. Only 2 alive on Orange. Very far away. Nobody to super jump over 2, it doesn't look like.
It's a very, very close game. I think both teams are feeling the intensity. A minute 40 left. Not much time.
But still plenty of time for a retreat from Luma here. Interesting
Luma
choice.
In a dangerous spot.
Oh,
maybe trying to go through the other route. Yep, there we go. Getting some space, but going down. Nice kill there by the 96 Gal. This could be a chance. If Orange takes the railing, they could get the lead. One going down there, it's Tuki. Now a 2v4 on the map, and their opportunity push is now gone.
Interesting choice to do that retreat there. A cool strategy, but not the best in the end. But still, Green's grabbing the Rainmaker.
They're able to make the defense, and maybe that's their strategy right now, is not to try anything too crazy. Just, you know, ease into it. You got the lead. Just hold the Rainmaker for as long as you want. 2 going down for Green, though. If they can get Chloe here as well. There it is. The bomb rush. 1v1 on the map. Midkid takes the Rainmaker, takes the lead. Can he get the dunk? Gonna get hit, but a 10 score now. Renegades feeling good about putting Midkid in today. What a play right there.
That was a beautiful nugget level play, everyone. Gorgeous, gorgeous play there.
Kraken Inc. now worried. Bandito cheering on their own team from the chat.
Oh,
they gotta make a stop though. Bo has the Rainmaker, does get taken down.
Gorgeous, gorgeous plays all around. Lots of, I noticed with this game, oh, Orange grabs it. Big thing I'm noticing is how small the plays are with the Rainmaker, and that really you're only able to get a couple points here and there. Looks like Tuki's gonna be, oh.
7 seconds. Kraken has one more chance to pop over to the Rainmaker. Can they get it open in time? Force overtime. They do so. Only 1 left on the map. They can take the lead. They go down. 1 left to defend. 3v1. Here we go. Luna with the Rainmaker, taking the railing. Can Midkid get in there in time? Luna still alive, taking the railing. Gonna score more, but Ivy with the stop there. What a play. Whew.
That was a gorgeous, gorgeous match.
Renegades taking the first one today.
No DCs as well. Good work.
No DCs. That's all we really care about today.
We did it, Reddit.
I like it. Renegades taking that win. All right, game number 2. Here we go. We have in the yellow, Kraken Inc. In the purple, Renegades. Splat Zones on Sturgeon Shipyard. One of the things that I love here on Splat Zones is that it's a very open map. I feel like there's a lot of good spots for backliners, and I see Renegades not really taking one, while Kraken Inc. is taking that Hydra Splatling. Hydra Splatling can really just hide up there and paint the map for them. So I think I'm going to give the advantage to their team comp. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. It seems like there's a lot of backlines on their team for sure. I think that there's also a lot of people who are very comfortable playing backline, and this is the perfect map to be doing something like that.
I think. Oh, there we go. I was just about to say it's going to come down if they can get to this Hydra Splatling or not, and they do just kill Chloe, so nice kill there.
Everyone kind of knows, oh my goodness, 3 of purple go down. Everyone knows I'm kind of bad at Splatoon. I mean, I'm the best at Splatoon. I'm Z rank, of course. And this map for me has always been a very easy place, if I'm not careful, to be killed anywhere and be very upset of where I've been killed and just being like, where in the world did that come from? And never being able to find out.
Epic Spy saying, I don't know about the double backline, but so far it's working for them. They are able to get a lot of pressure onto the Renegades. The Renegades with these Slayers are having a hard time even getting close right now. 4-4v4. Here's their chance. Ivy with a risky missile. Still staying alive, though. That was lucky.
My good. Oh, goodness gracious. Many people go down.
Kraken Inc. already to 30. Can they get the KO here? Midkid trying to use that bomb rush, and he does use it well to get that control back. So now penalty on Kraken Inc.
Well done on that penalty. That'll be very significant, and Orange takes back control.
All right, 4v4. Nope, 2 go down for the Renegades. They're going to have a hard time stopping this zone push.
Yikes.
However you pronounce this person's name, they have been popping off today. Whoever's using this Splash-O-Matic. Obviously, I can't read whatever language you're using, but they are doing a great job coming in and subbing today for Bandito's team, the Renegades.
Oh, it looks like Purple's getting at least that penalty gone, but I don't think it's going to be too helpful. Already one down for Purple.
2.5 minutes, so really in splat zones, if it keeps swinging back and forth like this, the scores take a lot of time. You got to work through a lot of penalties, so this one's definitely not over yet. This is one of the times that we could see a game, possibly in splat zones, go into overtime.
The problem is Purple lost a lot of control early on, and as much as this, it seems like there's a back and forth, these penalties seem to be going evenly back and forth.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to easily stay at this 28-76 as we go on.
Bandito is saying Paint Pat is the Japanese name person. All right, we'll name him Paint Pat.
Very cool.
Doing well today.
All right, Purple's getting a little bit of the advantage. They've got the penalty off, and they're getting some true points now.
The nice thing with Purple having this much control is they have a lot of paint to use to get these slays. But again, Kraken Inc. with their backline, they don't have to get that close to them, and they can just take them down.
This is the map to have that backline, man. Can really hide anywhere and everywhere.
Massacre. I mean, that is crazy. We'll see if they're able to pull off that many kills this time around. We are seconds away from our matchup, so let's get into it. Our Rainmaker on Muscle Forge Fitness.
And don't forget how close that regular Gamers versus Kraken Inc. game was last week. The only match that went to a third game was that game.
Yes.
And Kraken Inc. pulled off that win today.
Regular Gamers in the purple, Fusion Falcons in the green. I love how both teams are rocking their clans tag here. Both put it into all of their usernames.
Makes it very easy for me. Thank you.
I'm seeing both teams using some front line here. Interestingly enough, seeing an ink brush coming out on Rainmaker. That's not something that you see often.
That's true, but you know, I think the Fusion Falcons are people that are going to go with what they're comfortable with. And oh my goodness, look at this from Team Purple, from the regular Gamers. They're going for it.
Nugget getting the Rainmaker stop. Already Cosby getting the Rainmaker to 45. Something we didn't have time to talk about. Mara jumping in here for Fusion Falcons as their sub. Flux is playing today, but Nara joining their team after week 1. They signed Nara in the chat as we were streaming this.
Yes.
For the first time last week.
The 2-year contract. I couldn't believe it.
Yes, an excellent player. So I think that gives me a little more confidence in the Fusion Falcons.
I would say so as well. Oh.
Right now, regular Gamers, though, trying to assert their dominance already to 45, and that Rainmaker has not left the side of Fusion Falcons.
They're feeling good about it. They're hungry.
Epic Spy mentioning no armor on other team. Both teams are just, I think, again, they're just playing whatever they want to.
They don't need it. They don't need it. They're fine. Oh, maybe not.
Drift backline player of the week now on the Octobrush. Tax almost all the way, getting the dunk out of nowhere. Wow, what a quick game. Did not expect that. I thought we were gonna have time to just, casually chat about these players. All of a sudden, Tax is doing the slam dunk.
Dude, something I just thought of was, I feel like that was the first time in a long time that Nugget lost a Rainmaker match.
That's true. He didn't get a chance to even touch the Rainmaker, so. All right. Fusion Falcons in blue, regular gamers in the yellow. I do see some heavy Splatling remix from Siege this time. Not the player that I thought it was going to come from. But again, on this map, it is so important to have backliner, and I'm glad to see at least the Fusion Falcons pick that up. Meanwhile, regular gamers not really picking it up besides the foil flingser, if you want to call that a backline, I guess.
Oh man, I'd like to point out, last time that we saw the regular gamers on Splat Zones, I called that they'd go from 100 to 0 just like that. And it looks like last time they were able to get it to like 12 very quickly.
Yes.
And it's going on the same pace again.
They have so much control. I mean, just look at the map. Look how much yellow is out there. There's so many spots for the Fusion Falcons to get sniped by. Nero with an excellent inkjet kill. Can she get one more, though, to help the team get back into this game? That was a pretty big deal, giving them a little bit of space. But again, they're still outside of the zone. Nero with a nice kill, though, on Cosby. This is their chance to get to the zone. I know Zach really wants 100 KO, but I don't think they're going to get it here. Fusion Falcons did get a couple kills, and now they have a chance, a little time to breathe. Flux going to drop that Booyah Bomb. They still on the zone, though.
Oh, no. Only one alive on both teams.
Nugget now trying to use the Booyah Bomb.
They just can't get
so many kills, but no control yet.
They're trying so hard.
All right, Nugget with a nice kill right there. Using the Gal. I've not seen him on the Gal before. That's an interesting choice for him. LK with a nice kill. Returned, though, by the Falcons.
There's the penalty for the first time.
All right, Fusion Falcons still in this. This is their first time that they have control, but they got to get their map painted up a bit. Still a lot of yellow I'm seeing.
Jeez. Oh, the Rainmaker coming out.
Siege King on this heavy remix is interesting to me. I don't know how much he's played. I've seen him a lot on those dually squelchers, one of my favorite weapons.
Yes.
So interesting to see him on the back line. He's doing decent so far.
I'm seeing lots more blue than there once was. They're showing their dominance. They're getting close to that 27. And that's definitely not as lopsided as last time.
That's the hard thing about Splatoon. Again, once you have control, it's so hard for the other team to get control back.
A beautiful dodge from that bomb from Flux, but...
Nero going down, 3v3 on the map. This is huge. Regular gamers need to get the zone back so they don't want to lose the lead. They are able to do it, and now a 50-point penalty on the Falcons. Feels bad for the Falcons there. They were doing so great. Got it within 8. This is the closest that they've been to the regular gamers so far, at least.
Yes, and definitely still a lot of hope with only half the time on the clock gone.
Yeah, still a lot of time. You're right. Nero again pulling out that inkjet. A very aggressive player trying to get lots and lots of kills. Getting a couple earlier, not that time on the inkjet though.
Sure. There's still, the yellow that once showed on the map is still there, but blue, they're holding their ground now. A lot of specials, a lot of coordinated specials coming out from both teams, it feels like.
Falcons need to hold on to this zone. It's kind of back and forth right now. Both teams with 3 on the map. Siege is going to use that Booyah Bomb to shove them away. Gets a double kill Booyah Bomb.
Beautiful.
That you don't see very often. Wow, what a placement, as you said, by Siege.
Exactly where they were hiding. They were being sneaky. It didn't matter.
Good team coordination. You know that Booyah Bomb doesn't do that much damage that fast. You know that other people are at least hitting them at some point. And that Booyah Bomb definitely finished them off. They weren't able to hold the control though, so man, this is a very back and forth game, especially after that Rainmaker that was so lopsided.
Wow, still big penalty on blue put on again. But just 8 points apart for these teams totally. Oh man.
Minute left. Falcons feeling some of the pressure. They need this win to shove us into a game 3. So far, they have not had the lead whatsoever. Regular gamers almost do that penalty now.
Oh, Siege with the Booyah Bomb again.
Nugget trying to get this super jump, trying to kill him, but instead LK is able to take him down. That's always one of the most frustrating things when you're camping a super jump and someone else comes and kills you. Flux, though, with a nice bomb kill onto Drift.
Oh, blue still got control, but...
Bomb, Cosby getting Flux down. Fusion Falcons just aren't able to stay alive long enough. Nugget with a nice kill on Cosby, though. 25 seconds left. 4v2. This is their chance to get control. They need to stay alive, though. Nugget with the Booyah Bomb. Just going to try to hold the zone. They need to get control. There it is. 14 seconds left. 4v4. This is where it gets intense. Regular gamers, all they need to do is take the control of the zone with the man advantage right now. 2 go down from Fusion Falcons. This is it.
In the last 2 seconds.
Well fought by both teams. Regular gamers just taking it out at the end, though.
Man. Gosh.
What a play.
There was some gorgeous plays from both teams that round, and I feel like coming out of this match, even though regular gamers is showing their dominance, there's still a lot that Fusion Falcons should be proud of for that match. So peachy. The whole gang is here. Welcome.
All right, here we go. Rainmaker, Muscle Forge Fitness, Kraken Inc. in the green, Renegades in the orange. Right off the bat, I'm noticing, of course, my favorite, the Splatoon-matic 7.
Beautiful.
One of those weapons, get up in their face, close and personal. Feel like it's a boom or bust weapon, but they're going for it.
A boomer bust weapon.
A boomer, yeah, a boomer weapon. Only boomers use it.
It only kills me because boomer busting.
All right, a wipe already by the Renegades. They're going to pick up the Rainmaker now, push it forward for the lead. This is a good start for the Renegades, maybe getting some confidence.
It's looking a little bit beautiful. 77 already in the first 30 seconds. Lots of things are happening. Oh, but orange, lots of orange goes down. Only one alive, but the Rainmaker's finally down.
And the other thing we didn't get a chance to talk about is their leader, team captain Bandito, not able to play today, so Bandito is just sitting on the sidelines coaching with the sub in. And so we'll see if that really makes a difference. Bandito did a good job last week, though, so I don't think it's a positive for them that Bandito's actually sitting out here.
For sure. But it definitely, taking the lead there. Nice kill, though, from a Japanese player.
Whatever their name is, we cannot pronounce it.
Not gonna try.
So the interesting thing on Muscle Forge Fitness to me is that there's really only 2 ways to go on this map. You go straight down the middle over the grading, and it is very tough because there's just so many areas to get shot from, and the Rainmaker can go down so easily. You can see right there, orange, the Renegade's trying to push up the right side, which is a little bit safer, but you score less points unless you really get up far.
A lot of very easy corners to get stuck in this map as well. You can just easily, if you're not careful about your placement, you're dead. This looks like the Rainmaker's going to reset here.
Yes, Kraken with the lead, 49-63. If you've not played Splatoon 2 and you're wondering what this mode is, Rainmaker, essentially that thing, their bubble they're shooting at the middle, once a team collects that, however far that person gets with the Rainmaker is your score. So right now, 49-63 is how far they've gotten the Rainmaker. The lower score is what you want.
Basically intense keep away.
Intense keep away. Yeah. That's one way to think about it. And keep away, but you're trying to get it into their base at the same time.
Yes, yes. You want to keep it to yourself as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to take the bomb to their base and explode it. It's just, it's Nintendo, so there's no bomb to explode.
Right. Nobody gets killed, they just get splatted.
They get splatted, they come back, it's totally fine.
Oh, Rainmaker. Oh,
I'm looking to pick up the Rainmaker, goes with the splashdown. They got to pick it up, or it's about to reset, so they're going to pick it up. 4v3 on the map. This is their chance to score, take the lead. But a nice stop by Luna right there.
Very close game. Only 6 points apart here.
They got a blaster battle. Luna's going to go down, but taking out Tukey at the same time. Orange still trying to continue the push.
June 10th, 2014, Nintendo announced a new game that would reunite the magic back into the Nintendo community. And that, of course, was Splatoon. The game was previewed at E3 2014, and everyone loved it. Over time, Splatoon got more updates and enhanced the gameplay even further. And of course, introduced a single player. On May 29, 2015, Splatoon has officially released to the public. And now, 5 years later, we celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Splatoon community. We've had a lot of great times, fun times, and even a couple of sad moments as well. But one thing always stands in our community. No matter what we do, no matter what our beliefs in the games are, no matter how we feel, we are all one big family. And with that being said, welcome to week 3 of the Splatoon 2 Esports League. And now, welcome back to the YouTube stage, Luke and Zach.
Woo, doggy!
So
What an excellent intro by So Peachy. So Peachy, thank you so much. You just keep getting better and better.
oh man.
Turn that light on me, please. Wow. All right. Thank you so much for the excellent work in the intro, So Peachy, in putting together Daisy and Peach as, I guess, cameos for Pearl and Marina?
Right.
Which was cool. I liked it. So welcome, everybody, to week 3 of our Esports League. We got a lot of great action today, a lot of things to talk about before we jump into our first matchup between High Voltage and regular gamers. But first of all, Zach, how are you doing? Anything you want to say to the people out there?
I'm excited. We've lost a team this week, but I'm still pumped for the rest of this Esports League. We got 5 teams that are going to be going at it more than ever. They are hungry, Luke. I can feel it in this chat. They are hungry to get into the playoffs, which we are just inching closer and closer to.
Just this week, next week is the end of our regular season, and we're moving into playoff. But you did bring up a good point. It is sad news, but Operation Stars did drop out of the league, and I don't think there's really a reason to discuss it in the chat. I mean, most people don't actually know, and so I think it's just better to leave that to them. If you really want to know why they dropped out of the league, you can go ask Silver or probably anyone on that team. But that is the thing about an amateur esports league. We're not paying teams. You know, there's no contract. There's no thing saying that they have to lock into this league forever. So
yeah, we're changing that next time.
It's sad because I think they were one of our best teams.
Right.
And I was really hyped, not for this week, but next week would have been them versus regular gamers, possibly 2 undefeated teams clashing at it. So I'm bummed for that. But I think there's 2 cool things. One, it really opens up this league where I feel like anyone can win. Mm-hmm. You know, we have regular gamers undefeated at this point, but they've been challenged both games, I feel like. Yeah. So just because they're a top team now doesn't mean that any other team couldn't possibly take this league. And second of all, it does make this season shorter because we are now able to kind of take 1 week out because every team only needs now 2 more weeks to play each other. And so if we do a season 2, which we have not announced yet, we probably will talk about it this week and maybe announce it next week or during the playoffs, then that means we'd be 1 week closer to getting a season 2 started, which I know a lot of people are already saying, hey, I have a team ready, or I want to find a team. So if you're excited for a season 2 possibility, then it's only a chance for it to come closer. So
if there is a season 2, there will be 2-year contracts.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
2-year contract.
You have to sign exclusively to Walktheplank Gaming. And the pay, wow, it's going to be actually 10 times what it is now.
Well, don't say that, because if you notice in the top of the screen, let's see if I can point the right way. Ooh, there we go. We do indeed now have an esport league pool. We are putting in $40 in ourselves. We had a goal. I was like, okay, there's not that many people who donate on this channel. Let's be real. A lot of our audience is younger. That's totally fine. We're not asking everyone to donate, right? But I was like, you know, it'd be fun to have some kind of pool. Let's go for $100. We'll put in 40. We'll get 60 maybe from other people.
Sure.
Every Sunday stream, if you donate using that Streamlabs code in the description, it'll go to the teams. Whoever wins, it will go all to them. It's not going to me or Zach. But already, as you can see, the goal is already ruined because of LK, our man, saying, hey, we believe so much in this league. Team captain of Regular Gamers. I'm going to put in $60 of my own money to support this stream, to support this league going on. So thank you so much, LK. And anything that any of you guys donate on top of that will just increase into what the teams get as a thank you for providing so much entertainment.
Do we have the Streamlabs link in the description?
Yes, it is in the description. We should just put it in the title. Let's just title our stream,
for sure.
Donate here.
For sure. But just know that it helps us out if you use that Streamlabs link instead of using Super Chat.
Super Chat's now disabled.
Oh,
so you can't even use Super Chat.
Never mind.
Because YouTube takes too much percent. And we're like, you know what, YouTube?
The worst.
Forget about you. Who cares?
Disgusting.
Reddit, who cares about Splatoon? 10 free Steam games 2020. He wants me to go way back.
Bring it back, baby.
But thank you guys so much today. We have already got around 30 people here in the chat, whether that's a team or some excellent fans. I see Epic Spy back in the chat, who was a top analyst for us last week in the chat. I feel like he had some really good stuff to say about the matches. But
for sure.
Should we take a look about what is going up today? So let's go to our schedule. It did get flopped around a little bit because Operation Stars did drop out, and so a couple teams to make up for that are going to have to play twice this week or next week. So let's take a look at that. This week we got High Voltage playing twice, first against Regular Gamers and then closing out the day against Renegades. And our game 2 will be the hot match of Fusion Falcons versus Kraken Inc. Zach, what game are you looking at? Which one are you most excited about or think is most important?
Oh my goodness, I'm interested to see High Voltage going in twice today. I'm really excited to see if Regular Gamers are able to keep their streak going. But just like you said, that Fusion Falcons Kraken Inc., that's going to be a hot game to see. I'd say I'm looking forward most to that.
Yeah, so here's where the teams are at right now in the standings. Because Operation Stars did drop out, we did take those matches out of the standings because it's not really fair, and you could keep all those matches, but then at the end of it you'd be like, okay, well, some of these losses from Operation Stars, some of these teams played each other twice because of that.
Sure.
So what we did is we decided just take their records out, and so it's kind of a blessing for High Voltage and Renegades who were at 0-2. But because Operation Stars dropped, they're back to 0-1. Now High Voltage maybe has a breath of life here. They do have to play here twice.
Yes.
Because there's only 4 matches. Today really probably determines if they lose both matches. I don't think they have much of a shot of getting in the playoffs. You have to be top 3. But if they win 1 or 2 today, they'll still have a chance next week to make the playoffs. So big day for them. And Renegades, a breath of fresh air as well, sitting at 0-1 instead of 0-2.
There it is.
But Fusion Falcons and Kraken Inc., as you were saying, both at 1-1.
Yeah.
Today, whoever wins that could either be tied for first or jump in second by themselves.
There it is. And we have High Voltage and Renegades going against each other as well, right? For game 3?
Yeah, game 3.
So also another 2 teams that have the same score. Interested to see where that goes as well.
Yeah, I think whoever wins that could possibly knock the other team just far enough below them. Top 3 teams make the league playoffs, so both those teams are going to need that win. Let's check out the maps for this week. As you saw, So Peachy already talked about them a little bit in their amazing intro. But we got Game 1 on Splat Zone Skipper Pavilion, Game 2 Clan Blitz Schellendorf Institute, and Game number 3 Tower Control Anchovy Games. Zach, what are you looking at here when you see these maps? What are you feeling?
I noticed Splat Zones as our number 1 game. Again, I've said again and again, Splat Zones is an easy game to have go really either way. Sometimes it doesn't matter as much how well you work together as much as it does that you have the right weapons to be able to paint that zone the quickest and get it to 100-0 the quickest. So I'm interested to see that be our game 1 today, and then have 2 games that are following that are a lot more about that team unity. I think it gives everybody kind of a shot at getting their everything worked out in that Splat Zones game, making sure they're comfortable, that they're warmed up, and then going into game 2 and 3 where they're playing more cohesively.
And last week we talked about how much teamwork you need. Clan Blitz. We only got to see one match of it because it was game 3. This week it's game 2. Schellendorf Institute is an interesting map where you have everything below, but you also have the high glass where a lot of range usually sits up on top. So we'll see what teams decide to do there. Speaking of our teams, we have been hosting little Twitter polls where you can root for your favorite teams. I'm going to drop that in the chat if you want to support your team. Let's see where the Twitter fan votes have been so far. So far, Fusion Falcons sitting at the top with, I think it's 14 Twitter votes. They have also created their own Twitter. So
good for them.
Flux is really taking this seriously. They have been a team that have been hyping themselves up. But if you vote today, all of those will increase the bar graphs right here. And winning team gets fans.
Yeah.
Because you already have them, apparently.
Yeah, I'll be your fan if you win.
Okay. Zach will personally be your fan if you have the most Twitter votes at the end.
Yes.
All right.
I agree.
And last but not least, let's take a look at our players of the week before we get into our high voltage versus regular gamer matchups. Our first one is our backline player of the week was indeed Chloe from Kraken Inc. Playing very well, doing well on that Hydra splat lane, and really holding down the fort for Kraken Inc. as they won against Renegades. So pretty impressive there. And let's take a look at her stats even. 27 kills, 13 deaths, and 17 assists.
My word.
Yes.
Golly. Going all out with those 27 kills. I'm hoping to see more of that. That's really going to matter in her game today.
Yeah, I think some of the teams that haven't done as well haven't had that consistent backliner. We've seen a lot of teams just try to pick mid to front line, but having a true dedicated backliner is so important, and Chloe really held it down for Kraken, doing really well. So congrats to you, Chloe. And our front to mid liner of the week was indeed Paint Pat. Paint Pat did an amazing job here, subbing in for the Renegades.
Right.
It's kind of intense coming as a sub. You can be looked at as like, oh, well, we lost because we had a sub. But Paint Pat instead comes in for Renegades, almost carries the victory.
Yeah.
Zach, I don't know how you feel about having a player of the week from a team that lost. Do you think that's fair? Do you think that's...
I think it's absolutely fair. There's a lot of things that we've seen already in these last 2 weeks of players who are trying desperately. I remember last week a lot of pro gamer moves from Ashy where he was almost able to take victory even with some DCs on his team again and again. I don't think at all it is not fair to give somebody the player of the week even if they are on the losing team because they're the ones who are carrying it. They're the ones who are almost taking that victory for their team. So
yes. All right, well, congrats again to our players of the week. We really appreciate you guys. Congrats, you guys did amazing putting the paint out there, getting the splats, staying fresh, staying off the hook. So well done. We'll see who our players of the week become this week. Right now we're waiting for one more high voltage player. 4 regular gamers are ready to go. Zach, let's talk a little bit about this matchup. Regular gamers 2-0, high voltage now 0-1 because of that Operation Stars dropping out.
Right.
Do you think high voltage has a chance here today against right now what's probably looking at as our best team?
Yeah, there it is. The thing that immediately comes to mind, I hate to say it, but high voltage has the curse of DCs that have showed up again and again. One big thing is making sure they got that reliable connection. Even if they don't DC out of the match, there's still a little bit of in and out gameplay that can happen. And like I was saying just a little bit ago, Ashy is the man who can carry this. He can bring his team to victory. Might just rely on him bringing a bit of that cohesiveness together.
And that's what I'm worried about is high voltage. When they had a game that looked good against Operation Stars, It was Ashy having that play of the week moment, 6 kills in a row, things like that.
Yep.
Those are hard things to repeat. It's often a special moment from a special player, and Ashy is definitely a top player.
Yep.
But to have to put that weight onto him to get all those multi-kills, to really carry the team, is going to be difficult. I think he needs help from some of these other players. Rose is a great X-rank player.
Yep.
And I know Navy has done well before, too. Lily just as well can play well, even though she's a little bit lower ranked. So we'll see. I'm hoping that they put up a good fight and it's a good match. The players are now ready. We're going to get them set up into their teams. We're going to get them picking their weapons for the next about minute or so. And while we do so, let's take a look at the team stats so we can get a better idea of what we're talking about here. High Voltage so far, 0-2 in their matches. Average 96 spread, but remember, because of their matches last week taken away, this is just against Fusion Falcons. This is when the 3v3 crazy DCs happened, and we talked about last week a little bit. Only 1 assist per game, and that's where they really need to clean that up. They really need to take more 2v1s than all these 1v1s that they're, or 1v2s that they're trying to take. Regular gamers, on the other hand, sitting at a 4-1 win-loss ratio. Only a 39.6 spread, so that's pretty good, but you can see they're not unbreakable, right?
Right.
I mean, they've had games where they have 100-0 KO'd, but then they've also had games where they've lost close ones or barely won close ones.
Even that first week, we saw that beautiful game with the back and forth with them and Kraken Inc., right? And just some gorgeous plays back and forth between the two teams. But I think that the next week that they had, this last week, they had just something comfortable about them. They knew who was boss. They knew that they could take the game with their cohesiveness, and I'm excited to see if they can do that again today.
Yeah, 31.3 kills a game. If High Voltage wants to win, they cannot let 30-plus splats happen to them, because that is just a crazy amount. But we are about ready to get underway. So, again, vote on Twitter, vote in the chat, or just hype them up in the chat. There's no place to vote, I guess. But we are ready for High Voltage versus regular gamers. Let's
go.
Get in. Bap game. Hold on. Uh-oh, no. Uh-oh. All right, hold on. No! Elgato, don't fail us now.
What in the world? What?
All right. Oh, we can hear it.
How's it going?
But, hold on. They're still playing. This is unfortunate.
The game's happening. I'm commentating as we go. Right now, Purple has the base. That is High Voltage, who has the base right now. They have taken the lead, surprisingly. This game is live. This is happening right now. You might not believe it.
Oh,
there might be something. There might. How are we coming?
Okay, let's try it again.
Beautiful.
Sorry about that, folks. Don't know what the heck happened there. But you know what? It's going to be okay. And right now, already, we see High Voltage actually taking the lead. They're in purple, 65-92. Yeah, F in the chat. But we're back. We're ready. We're not going to let that face us, Zach, right?
No,
we're
not
professionals.
Not one bit. And again, what I've said about Splat Zones is it can really be anybody's game. And I think Ashy is doing a great job right now. Actually, sorry, Regular Gamers has the base right now. Purple takes it right back. But I think that this is a game that if High Voltage can pull off and take this win in the beginning, that they can get that little bit of courage that they need to take whatever next win they need to take.
They need that boost of confidence going forward. Both teams taking some supportive weapons that are painting. I see 2 arrow sprays out here, an end zap. A lot of them trying to just paint the zone, get the control. Right now, 3 go down from High Voltage, and Regular Gamers is going to have a great chance of course, holding the zone and holding the pressure. Juno subbing in today for Regular Gamers. Excited to see how they play. Will it be a benefit to them, or is it, again, one of these situations where a sub can really make or break a team?
Yeah, I'm excited to see that as well. It looks like they're going to be able to take the lead here in just a second, and they do.
Yep. Rose coming back out on these dually squelters, of course, one of my favorite weapons. The Tinted Missiles are a decent weapon here in Splat Zones to push people away from the zone, but other than that, I don't think it's one of my favorite specials for Splat Zones. They do get control there, which is good. That's going to put the penalty on regular gamers. But in my opinion, one of the best specials is just having bomb rushes.
Yes.
That is one of the easiest ways to get the zone back, is just throw those down, flip the zone, and have control.
In a game like this, ink is key. Ink is key to get out, and I know for me it's really easy to focus on kills in a game like this. I notice nobody's using a charger. That's a good thing. I've never really seen a charger being played well in Splat Zones.
Cosby with a double kill here now with this roller. Swinging it on him today with that roller.
And it looks like they're going to be able to erase the penalty here. And they're getting a couple more points on the board.
Cosby in trouble. Going down, I think, to Rose and the Blobobler. 28 points left, though. High Voltage feeling the pressure. They are in a 3v3, but they don't have much control. Maybe with the Booyah Bomb, maybe can help them take the zone. They got to do something quick. Already to 13.
God, there's the penalty. Still a minute and a half left on the clock.
Yep.
There's plenty of time for this lead to still be taken.
Booyah Bomb is one of those other specials that can really help you take control of the zone because it forces everyone else away and gives you some paint there in the zone. But unfortunately, they're not holding the zone long enough. Regular Gamers is getting it back immediately, and they're just really staying alive right now, not really able to get into here and put down any real pressure since that beginning lead they had.
It feels like High Voltage is doing a very good job at getting the base and getting the penalty on Regular Gamers, but they're not able to take them down. They're staying alive, and they're getting the base right back.
And here we go again. Another chance for them to take it. Only 11 points back on the clock. And I think they have the zone. No one's in really range. Ashley, the only one alive. And that is going to be the win for Regular Gamers. Starting this one out. It looked fairly close for the first part. Unfortunately, though, High Voltage just not able to get enough down. And, yeah, they're not going to be taking this one right today.
Regular Gamers takes the first win of the day.
Juno subbing in and getting 9 kills, top splatter of the team.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Well done from Juno subbing in, another X-ranked player, so it's not completely surprising to me that they're doing well.
Sure.
But it's always nice to come in and sub and play well. Regular Gamers, seemingly like they're going to go down at first, you know? The High Voltage took it to 59 right away. I know you guys couldn't really see because of the Elgato capture card failure there. But High Voltage at least had a chance. Where do you think they kind of lost the pressure and really went downhill there?
Maybe they lost it when we got the Elgato working. And they were just like, oh no, we're on stream. This isn't good. And they lost.
Too much pressure to handle. Is that what you're thinking?
I get it. It's okay. I definitely always play. I actually have 2 Nintendo Switches. I'm X-ranked on my other Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, totally you are.
And I only use the one where I'm B- in Splat Zones on stream. That's why.
Ashy, player of High Voltage, saying he's using a different controller because the other one was glitching. It feels strange. That is a real thing. I know you could just look at it as an excuse, but playing on a controller in a game that's a matter of being so accurate...
Yep.
It's tough, you know. Like I don't know about you. I play with a Pro controller. When I try to switch to Joy-Cons, I can't do it. I literally can't play, or I can't even play in handheld mode. You know, I go from an X-rank player to a B-.
There's something about the controller needing to be an extension of yourself. That you know it like you know yourself. It doesn't feel like you have to think about doing anything. All that you're thinking about is the game itself, not what you're using to control it.
Well, we got 40 seconds now to go into Clan Blitz. So, again, root for your favorite team. I see a lot of support for Regular Gamers, but I would love to see some support for High Voltage in the chat as well. We're going to Clan Blitz. Zach, what do you think these teams are going to... What's their strategy here going to Clan Blitz on Schellendorf?
Oh, that's a great question. I actually am a Clan Blitz connoisseur, as we saw yesterday. Me and Nugget almost took down Warp and Shade in a beautiful... You should have seen this match. We both got down to 1. Wow. We were at 1 at the same time, both teams.
Well, we only got a couple seconds, so talk
Ridiculous.
about this match. How about?
My bad. Yeah, they're gonna do a good job, guys.
Okay, good analyzing. Just talking about your own game. I love it. All right. Well, teams are ready. Let's jump into Clan Blitz. All right, stream's looking good this time around. We got High Voltage in the yellow, needing a win here to push us to game 3. Regular Gamers in the blue, looking to close out and claim their 3-0 victory of the season. Here we go. Zach, you said you're a Clan Blitz connoisseur, so
Correct.
What team comp are you liking better? What weapons do you think are going to pair up better for Clan Blitz?
I noticed it looks like some long-range weapons here for regular gamers, and an interesting choice I feel like for Clan Blitz, but something that's important on this map especially. Feels like there's lots of weapons that are chosen for this map more than this mode.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any real long range. We got the Jet Squelcher coming out. Ink Brush coming in from High Voltage. You know, the idea is run around, pick as many clams up, and even just, you know, kind of backdoor to throw in those super clams.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of hard to do on this map. I know you have the extra advantage of being able to use that brush up on the glass.
Right.
But it's not a very wide map. There's not many places to hide and kind of flank as an Ink Brush. At least I feel like.
Right. On top of that glass, it can be weird figuring out where to go. There's nowhere to charge your ink while you're on top, and that can
Rose in the 1v1 here.
Okay, Rose trying to
Again, High Voltage looking a little uncoordinated. Rose out by themselves trying to get kills, and is gonna get one on Cosby, so my bad, I shouldn't have misspoke. Does use those missiles though in the wrong fashion and goes down for it. Super Clam though from Navy is gonna get it in there. First points for High Voltage, so again, starting out with the lead. I don't think they're gonna get any more. Maybe Lily, yeah, Lily's gonna come in, get some more important clams. Well done, High Voltage now working together.
Lots of unity here. We love to see it. 62, a fat lead for the first minute and a half. Oh boy,
More clams,
a
Ashy.
couple more. Well done. Half the points are gone.
You know, we've talked about this in previous weeks, but if you don't know much about Clam Blitz, if you get a super clam in, that's how you score. If you don't get any other clams in, you get a penalty and you don't get much out of it. So it was great for High Voltage to get a big score there. Regular Gamers with another super clam though could get this close if they can pick it up. Tax with it, throws it in.
There it is.
Just like that.
Golly gee, everybody.
Just like that. High Voltage is not able to hold in the lead for very long.
Oh, we do have a DC on.
Oh, Tri-Slosher DC. It is within the time limit, so High Voltage, stop playing. We're going to have to reset this match. Who's the Tri-Slosher? Oh, it was Lily.
Lily.
High Voltage, if you have a sub, put him in. If not, this next match will be a, a do or die. So if you DC, then there's no restart after this. So if you want, put in your sub for next one. If you want to go with Lily, again, that's okay, but just realize that if she does DC, then that will be a 3v4 you'll have to play. High Voltage, please stop playing, though, so we can close out this match.
Okay,
Alright, we're about to get the KO here.
We're good.
Alright, so unfortunate DC there. We'll play one more. Hopefully we can get a clean 4v4 match out of High Voltage. Internet problemos. Sad day.
I haven't seen anything from Lily.
Yeah, I DC.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Nature Lily, you changed your profile picture. So confusing.
Well, while we get the teams back in, Zach, you want to say hi to some of the fans that we've seen coming in the chat and just kind of welcome them?
Hey.
That's it?
Yeah. How y'all doing? Welcome.
Do you guys see what I'm working with here?
Look what I'm working with. F.
Well, I thought you were gonna say hello
DC.
to some of their usernames. You know, like welcome in, like be kind
Fine.
host.
We have Nature Lily, Ivy, Epic Spy, Loving Rose Lily, Ashy, Tacky. I like that. I should make working with Boomer, Zach. So sorry. Navy, Driftwood. Driftwood is such a good username. We don't talk about how good of a username that is.
I know.
Driftwood, I'm going to steal that eventually.
I don't know if you noticed this, but Rodney and others started calling us Zook.
I did.
That's our like
notice that.
celebrity couple name, I guess.
Ooh, cute.
It's better than Lack
Yeah.
or Luck. I guess it could be Luck.
That's cute. That's cute. Oh my god.
By the way, we're not dating, but according to Zach's Twitter profile, he wishes.
Luck is so good. Oh my goodness.
All right, well, we do have JGC subbing in for Lily. Lily, unfortunately, just having internet problems. We wish you the best of luck, Lily. You got to play one full match, though, so that's good.
We should have made our channel name the Best of Luck.
The best of luck.
Oh no!
Yikes.
Our branding is gone.
We'll have to start over. We were gonna release merchandise. Oh wait, let's release merch, rebrand, and then we can have a second round of merch.
Perfect.
That's how you get the big bucks
Oh
going.
my goodness. 2,000 sub special. God. Don't even. Keep the Walk the Plank Gaming name. You know, do people know like where Walk the Plank came from?
I don't know, but we only have 8 seconds left till the match, so we should probably wait to explain.
Guys, let me tell you, this is how Walk the Plank got its name. The answer is... I was trying to... Yeah. Cool.
All right, we are underway. JGC subbing in for Lily. Unfortunate for you, Lily. Sorry about that. But here we go again on Schellendorf Institute Clan Blitz Round 2. Regular gamers going for the shutout. High voltage in the green, trying to push us to a grain?
A grain?
Game 3?
Grain 3.
I just like mashing up words. It saves time, you know?
Omega grain, 400 calories. We love to see it.
All right, well, I'm seeing JGC coming in with the Tetra Dualies, so a little bit different than what we normally see here, but JGC, we'll see how well they play it. Able to slide around it just like that, getting away from LK and Navy coming in for the kill instead.
Okay, all right. Navy's out here getting some ink down. That's an important thing for Clan Blitz, getting enough mobility to move around as much as you need.
Yeah, it helps you not only get kills, but also helps you control the map to get those clans. You attack, though. Coming with the Jet Sculpture flank and getting the Super Clam in, that's kind of a surprise.
That was kind of beautiful, honestly.
Regular gamers, though, using their specials really well. I saw the Inkstorm come in, allowing Juno to sneak in a lot more clams. Totally protected. It's hard to get near that Inkstorm without taking a lot of damage. So.
Again, regular gamers just so coordinated, it feels like, in everything that they do. Well done.
LK trying to come in, trying to disrupt the base, is going to go down there. LK has been taking this league so seriously that he recently ranked all the way to X now.
Oh,
so I don't know if you saw
word.
that.
I did not.
But he's been trying hard. High voltage with 2 super clams ready. Can they score him, though? It's easy to collect them, but if you can't get them to the basket, then they are pretty much worthless. And with 2 going down, they're going to have a hard time holding on to these super clams.
Yeah, for sure. And they have these super clams.
Rose, though, actually just going to slip by them.
Oh, my word.
Taking that ink brush roll away from Ashy. Doing well. Now JGC coming. Uses a splashdown. Can they stay alive, though? Not able to get the second one in. That is huge.
Not quite.
If they were able to get that second one in, it would have been 60 to 56, a much closer game. Unfortunately, though, all of High Voltage seems to be going down. They just can't stay alive, and now regular gamers with a chance to score 2 more super clams.
It's hard to gather that super clam and try to get from one side of the map to the other.
Tax, making a good stop by High Voltage. They've been able to pick everybody off, and so much for those 2 super clams. Just what happened to High Voltage now just happened to regular gamers. Flipping it on the head, staying alive right there.
A little bit of a gorgeous play. It looks like there's going to be a super clam created right here by Rose. Okay, splashing up.
Yep, another smart thing here to do in super clams when you have a 4v4 team is to super jump to each other with those super clams, just as you saw.
Baby!
They're able to score, but again, no extra clams coming in from the side. JGC's trying to get there, but he's going up 1v3. I don't think he's going to get there. Rose throwing a couple more clams. Nice job there.
It's close, but it's not going to be close enough. No lead is taken there.
I feel like High Voltage isn't getting the splats they need, but somehow are outmaneuvering regular gamers to at least score with some of this ink brush.
Yes, yes.
But it makes me worried that they're actually going to be able to close out this game. It's pretty hard to close out this game just running around on an ink brush.
Yeah. That's a lot of what I'm seeing right now is regular gamers is just, they're making the plays as a team. They are a unit. And, there's a lot of unity here for High Voltage as well.
Yeah.
But just not a lot of the kills being made.
Well, JGC coming in as a sub, so it's hard to have unity with a sub that you just have to randomly kind of put in because of DCs. But JGC on these Tetras is doing well. Has a super clam, so does Navy. This is a chance, again, for a big score. But as each time we call that out, players from High Voltage go down, leaving these players with super clams all alone. And that just spells disaster.
Yes, indeed. JGC trying to get that in and doesn't quite get it. There's 2 clams that have just died, 2 super clams. Rose grabs one of them. Whoa!
Nice splashdown. Saves the super claim too. Rose, team captain for High Voltage, trying to do her best to keep this team alive. Both teams with super claim, both could score right now. Now remember, if one team scores, that makes it so the other team can't score until their basket closes off again. A super jump by Rose, getting out of the way just in time.
Shoot. There is a minute on the clock. If Regular Gamers is able to keep this lead in the last 40 seconds, they
Oh my goodness, Rose scores, but they need one more clam. Who's gonna get there in time?
Come on.
Rose goes down. Ashy not in range. No one has enough clams to score. That's so frustrating.
It hurts. It hurts to watch.
Navy tried to get there, but not ready in time. That's gotta feel really bad for High Voltage. It does put them within one score away, but if Regular Gamers score here, it could close out the match. Tax trying to throw it. Nice stop. Cosby there, though. Will the basket stay open long enough?
Oh, whoa. That's
We might get an overtime. We'll see. Nope, there's no super claim, though, for High Voltage. I think that's going to be game 1 point shy. What a heartbreaker. Zach, you got to feel it for High Voltage there.
Especially as, again, a Clam Blitz connoisseur as myself. I've experienced things very like this. I've had trauma in those same kind of ways, and it definitely does hurt to watch here.
Navy, man. Navy with 12 splats on that clash for High Voltage, doing his best job. Ashy saying some problems with the controller. I feel bad for the team. Maybe if he was at 100%, their team could have pulled off that victory. It was so close. I mean, that's the thing for High Voltage. I just feel like every time they're so close, but something stops them, and I feel heartbroken for them. They're going to have another opportunity to play later today, but man, oh man, I got to feel for them. Regular Gamers, though, another 2-0 victory. Zach, what do you think about Regular Gamers that makes them so good, and they're now sitting at 3-0?
Honestly, I cannot figure it out. There's just something about them. I think that the biggest thing is that the biggest difference that I noticed between High Voltage and Regular Gamers today is Regular Gamers' ability to make the kills. They were getting those kills done and then going for the objective. And it felt like it was almost the opposite for High Voltage. They were going in for that objective and hoping to get the kills right after, and that ended in death for all of them.
Yeah. So Regular Gamers, congrats to you guys. 3-0. I think it's safe to say with only 4 games, you guys have locked in the playoffs. We'll see if you can keep that first seed, because first seed means a bye week, and you're automatically into the finals. So they still need a closeout on that. We can't say if they have that, but they are our first team to lock in playoffs ever for our Walktheplank Esports League. So congrats to you guys. You guys are playing so well. We're going to take a couple-minute break to set up Fusion Falcons versus Kraken Inc. So feel free to chat. Feel free to vote on Twitter who you want to win between Kraken Inc. and Fusion Falcons. And we'll see you guys on the other side of this break. welcome back, everybody. I really appreciate you guys being here today. I see some new people in the chat that I haven't necessarily said hello to. So Sush and Gamer Girl and Taki and all these people that are coming for this league to support the first ever Walktheplank Esports. And for an amateur esports league, it's hard to get fans. So yeah. I really appreciate you guys watching. I know there's other Splatoon leagues. As far as I know, there isn't any ones that actually broadcast all the matches. So
right.
That's why I think this is really fun and exciting, even if it's not like the top pro teams of Splatoon. But I hope you guys are entertained. I hope you guys have fun. And, of course, keep voting for your favorite teams on Twitter, showing them love, showing them support. But let's get into our next match. We have Kraken Inc. versus Fusion Falcons. So this is a pretty hype match as both teams are at 1-1 and tied for second right now.
Right.
So, Zach, what are you seeing in these teams? What are you feeling as you look at how they pair up against each other?
Now we have Knight here today, right, who is a sub jumping in. Is that correct? Mm-hmm. So we have a sub for Fusion Falcons. I don't think that's something that is going to be necessarily a bad thing for them. All of these teams that have had a sub jumping in, it hasn't showed to be too much of a problem for anybody yet. I don't know who Knight is. I haven't seen him play.
So Knight is actually one of Nera's friends, so also X-ranked. It's interesting to see that WolfZ isn't able to play again today. One of their better players as well. Yeah. So they have some really good players and some players that are just a little bit lower ranked. But hey, I think as a team they've played really well. They're 2-2, an average spread actually of 21+3. The thing I am worried about is their worst spread is on Splat Zones. That's our first match.
Yes.
If they lose this, then I think Kraken Inc. is going to have that morale boost that they really are looking for.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, though, Kraken Inc. 3-3, so they're really splitting their matches right down the center. Average spread, actually, even though they're 1-1, of a -12. And again, another one, worst mode is Splat Zone. So
interesting.
Both teams starting off with their worst mode. I don't know if that's going to be a problem for either of their teams. I mean, both teams have played only 1 or 2 matches, so it's not like there's that many stats to go off. Sure. So you can have one bad match on any mode at this point, right? So teams are underway to be ready, though. So let's jump into game number 1 between Kraken Inc. and Fusion Falcons.
Let's go.
All right, in the teal, we have Kraken Inc. And, of course, in the purple is the Fusion Falcons. And one of the things we didn't get to talk about is Skipper Pavilion, one of the most interesting maps because it's not necessarily parallel. You have 2 different entrances. You can come fight each other like we're seeing Knight right now in mid-map and try to take control there. Or you can go down to the bottom and enter through that way, which is more a side versus side battle. So
looks like we already got DC on.
Oof.
Yeah. Was that
Flux DC. All right, so Fusion Falcons land KO. We will try again. Bummer.
Bruh.
All right. All good. At least it was at the very start of the match.
Yes, that's true.
So, Flux, if you want to play again, you can. If you have a sub ready, you can try to put them in. But that was a RIP moment right there. F in the chat.
Rippin' pepperonis.
F in the chat for Nintendo servers.
There's a big squid party happening right now. Pretty exciting.
Yeah, at least Fusion Falcons are having fun with it.
Yep.
Yeah, peer-to-peer servers, am I right? Yeah.
Ugh. Ooh.
I had someone on Reddit they were trying to explain Splatoon and why they have peer-to-peer servers, and like it's better because there's technically a little bit less lag and you can perform better in a shooter game. That's really important. And then all these posts are like, ask any other professional game if they would want to switch to peer-to-peer servers. Right. They will say no.
Right. Like, and it's not like there's these professional like Call of Duty, like there's these huge. Call of Duty is probably the biggest game, I would assume, like first-person shooter.
Yeah, maybe CS:GO or something.
And like they're not running peer-to-peer, you know.
No.
There's come on, and they're fine. It's not like anyone complains about not having peer-to-peer.
It's a ridiculous like trying to bail out Nintendo.
Yeah.
And somebody clapped back and they're like, "This reminds me of the arguments when little kids say you can't see 60 frames per second. Your eyes can only see up to 30 frames."
It's true, man. I can only see 1 frame at a time. There's actually not a single frame in this room right now. I don't see any paintings.
All right, well, we got Siege subbing in for Flux, so rip the DC there, but... oh, we had someone drop out, so we'll take another second. I don't know who that was. So, Fusion Falcons trying to figure it out here. They're hoping to not DC again.
Was that Knight? I think.
But you never know.
Knight that jumped out.
Yeah, Knight, I think maybe jumped out. We'll see if we can get him back in here. There we go.
Cool.
All right, so Fusion Falcons versus Kraken Inc. Take number 2. Now Siege King in for Flux, which is interesting. Flux is the captain of Fusion Falcons, so I think Flux always wants to play.
Yep.
But just statistically, by rank, Siege King is higher ranked. So
Yeah.
it could be an improvement, although maybe Siege hasn't practiced as much with Fusion Falcons.
Right.
So you never know. Funny story, I don't know if you heard. Fusion Falcons were playing League together, practicing, and they ran up against Vianastic and a couple of his buddies streaming it. Oh, man.
Wow, we're getting the Walk the Plank plugs.
I know.
Baby.
I was like, man, so much fame for the Fusion Falcons.
Heck yeah. Get the...
The problem is they were memeing. I can't remember what they chose. It was like 4 Splatlings or 4, whatever. So they're kind of memeing when they ran into them. I just thought that was funny, though.
Sad. Try and play against Kit Kat Gaming next in their team and get them to notice us, senpai.
Oh, Game Gum, yes, thank you. They memed with the mini Splatling. There you go. Game Gum is sad because that's his main.
Okay. That is a sad day for sure.
I'm
humiliated.
Sorry, Game Gum.
Oh my goodness.
All right, well, teams are back underway ready, so let's jump into a restart of game number 1. All right, both teams ready for action. In the teal, again, we got Kraken Inc. And in the orange this time around, the Fusion Falcons. Zach, what are you seeing as these teams come out? What are the weapons you are looking at that you're most excited for?
Oh my goodness, I'm excited to see the Hydra, mostly, I'd say. I didn't see who was playing that.
I mean, I guess Chloe, probably our backline player of the week, indeed is on it again.
Excited to see that again, coming out in Splat zones especially, that can be popping off and can take a lot of kills early on.
Siege, on the other hand, though, starting out with the Heavy Splatling remix, the why I like this on Splat zones is because you also get the Booyah Bomb out of it, and that can be good for taking the zone back over. Already, Fusion Falcons shutting him out and getting the zone, so a great start for a team that was having some DC problems early on, but are looking good now.
There it is. Looks like about half of the zone points are going to be theirs here. And green is all alive, 1 is down on orange right now.
Yep, Ink Armor out. That's going to help them take control, get the zones. They're going to get a couple kills here. Chloe just diving out of that blue bomb. Nice little skills there.
The penalty is on. Green's jumping out here. Luna trying to take this kill.
Yes, controlling that middle of the map is very important for shutting the other team out here. But Nara with a double kill by themselves in a 1v2, taking the zone back over, possibly with the bomb rush, but 2 go down. Was that? Yes, it was Chloe. Backline player. Wow, what a great play right there, saving the zone for at least a little bit.
Right, quite a fat penalty on both teams right now.
Yeah, Orange was able to take over that zone, so that's an important piece for Kraken Inc. now having a penalty. Not able to get the lead yet, but they could possibly take it here if they really keep this zone pressure up.
All right, yeah, Kraken Inc. is, I'm guessing, going to take the lead here, but all 8 are alive. Control is lost. I might be eating my words, and I do.
Nice. Flank getting there, getting Knight. That's a nice flank for a double kill. They do give up the zone, so they're back to their penalty. But that's going to give them control for now. Nugget trying to bring pressure back with the Booyah Bomb. Not going to get it. Bo with the bubbles here.
Nugget and I believe Zeph are both guys I have heard say the Booyah Bombs are the keys to victory. You got to get 4 Booyah Bombs going to make yourself win.
I don't see 4 Booyah Bombs coming out, but that is one idea.
I do see a lead from Kraken Inc. right here.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
They're trying to use that bomb rush to take the zone back. Isn't able to get enough, but now they do have the zone. So very back and forth game here. It's going to come down to who really gets the next couple kills is going to get the lead and possibly take the game.
But yeah, again, Green's in control. Orange takes it right back.
Nugget I've seen not really on this 52 gal much before, but maybe feeling it today. Wanted that Booyah Bomb, wanted some supported painting weapon, and we'll see if that paints off for him. Did I just come up with a new saying?
That is, that kind of rocks, I gotta be honest.
Instead of pays off for him,
Yeah,
paints off for him.
off. I like it, I like it. Alright, Ink Armor is coming out from Chloe. Chloe's hanging out behind, waiting for somebody to show up, to pop off.
Yes, I mean the Hydra Splatling does have more range than that heavy remix, so a range advantage to Kraken Ink. Always a good thing to have that range advantage if you can use it right. That's the big question.
There it is, indeed. A splashdown is ready for Knight.
Yes, Knight, we again haven't talked much about X-Rank player coming in, subbing for Fusion Falcons. Going down there, though, on these Tetra Duelers. Chloe doing a nice job. Both teams, again, are just flipping the zone back and forth. No one has really scored much for the last 2 minutes.
There it is. Yeah, it feels like those penalties are just going a little bit back and forth. The Kraken Ink is getting a little bit of a lead here. Well, they already have the lead, but some points are being scored for the first time.
Fusion Falcons got to get down to the zone quick. They're being bullied by this baller right here. 10 seconds. They do get control back just in time. So now having a chance at this game was a chance for them to lose right there if they did not get that zone, but they do get it in time. Can they get to Chloe, though? That is the key right here, right now. I have not seen Chloe being threatened too much on this Hydra, and there we go. As I say, cast your curse again, man. Every time I call it out.
This is a tall request, though. 42 points in 33 seconds. Going into overtime, that demands a lot for Fusion Falcons to be able to carry out right now.
They are through their penalty now before overtime, so that's a pretty big deal. If they can get some points in there, though, just not able to get away from the bomb in time. Luma with a great placement of the bomb. Man, what a play there. Double for Luma.
Is on.
I think that could close us out. I don't think Fusion Falcons are in range here in 7 seconds to get this zone back. They might try, but Kraken Ink, I think, maybe I spoke too soon. They're going to hold the zone just enough.
Goodness gracious.
What a close game. Whew. Kraken Ink, congratulations there.
Definitely a close game, but definitely excited to see who's able to pull off some better teamwork in this next clan.
Chloe again with 13 splats on that back line. Nara trying to do her best, 12 on the Rolla.
Yeah, Chloe's Hydra, I think, is what won them the game there for Kraken Inc. I'm interested to see if that comes out again in kind of a more interesting map to have a backline weapon.
Yeah, and we're moving to Clan Blitz on Schellendorf. The thing I don't like about Hydras on Clan Blitz is that it's one of the slowest moving weapons. It's hard to score or even get clams when you're having the Hydra. You can provide great paint coverage and great backlining, but I don't know. Is it the best for Clan Blitz? We did see Chloe pull it out last time in Clan Blitz, so you never know. Maybe she just doesn't want to change up.
There it is.
That could be the thing.
There it is. Yeah, I'm not sure. Clan Blitz is definitely about having a lot of that speed, being able to move wherever you need to. And a Hydra is not necessarily the best thing to have in the midst of a frontline team fight. So
yeah, Fusion Falcons down 1 game, but I felt like that really could have gone either way. That flipped the zone. I mean, it flipped the zone probably at least 20 times back and forth. Dude. So I'm interested to see what teams pull out the ink brush strategy. We saw it today from High Voltage, able to score and stick with regular gamers. I don't think it's, in my opinion, the most like pro strat.
Sure.
But if teams aren't ready to handle it, then it could be a ace in the hole that the other team isn't expecting. So I don't know. We'll see if anyone pulls it out. We're 15 seconds away. I think teams are locking in their weapons right now. Kraken Inc. has the possibility to just 2-0 them. Fusion Falcons, I know they want this to be match of the week. They want to push us to game 3. Indeed. Let's see if they can do it here. Finding out right now.
Let's go.
All right, here we are. Schellendorf Institute. Clan Blitz is ready. We have Kraken Inc. in the yellow. We have Fusion Falcons in the purple. Zach, what team are you liking here? I do see the Hydra again.
Hydra
You mentioned
is
it.
here.
Epic Spy says, though, it can shut down entire areas of the map, and it's actually one of his favorites for Clam. So
Okay, all
we'll
right.
see if it pays off or not.
Yeah, we still got. Oh, sorry, we don't have the Splatling on Fusion Falcons, so they're playing a more aggressive front line style. It looks like the sploosh is something I've been trying out this week, and I'm interested to see that being played here.
Yeah, it's Nugget's one of his favorite weapons, and I know he can play it well. It's not as fast as the ink brush, but you can dip and dive out of ink so fast and paint up areas of the map that it kind of acts similar to the ink brush. Meanwhile, Kraken Ink did take the ink brush, but Nugget's gonna be the first one. Yes, he does get it in just in time.
I did not.
There
see
to
that.
throw in a couple more before going down.
It almost feels like there's been some kind of curse of being the first one to get the clam in while watching this series so far.
Well, the tough part is if you score,
Yes.
it gives them a super clam right off the bat
Exactly.
and full control of the map because you're likely to go down and die. So
Right.
it's hard to make a defense after scoring. So we'll see if they can do it here. Already Kraken Ink with one in.
Yeah, just like you said, that clam, the other super clam, is still alive. The lead is taken here, and oh my!
Knight,
word.
only one alive for Fusion Falcons, trying to make it happen. Luma throws it, but the barrier closes.
Oh!
That one feels bad. That would have been a 20-point score, not able to happen there. They might be able to pick it up in time and throw it right back in. Luma is there. But because they didn't throw it in that first time, the penalty hit. So instead of being a 20-point, it's only worth 4 points.
It indeed hurts. That super clam is about to die. I don't think there's anybody who can grab it in time.
Oh, trying, but nope, not going to. Nugget going down there. Or Nugget taking him down there, rather. My bad. Nugget trying to use the curling bomb. Does get it in. 65-64. Another close clam blitz game.
My goodness. Some clams need to be thrown in. 3 are alive on purple. The lead is taken.
Do you feel like Clam Blitz becomes such back and forth game because teams don't know how to play it super well? It's probably one of the least popular modes out there. I feel like you love or hate it.
Yeah, everyone has their way of playing Clam Blitz, and it really depends on how your style of Clam Blitz compares to the other team style of Clam Blitz, I feel like.
Fusion Falcons able to take the lead, but a super clam coming in right away for Kraken Ink. They're going to score, and they could score big here. Here's the chance. Luma trying to throw in, trying to take the lead. He's got the super clam, but goes down. Fusion Falcons might make the stop with just 1 point lead still. This is crazy.
A beautiful defense from Fusion Falcons. They keep the lead by just literally 1 point. 1 point.
There's still 2 minutes left, though. Anything can happen. I'm going to guess both teams are at least going to score one more time, so this is definitely not a lead. I think it's going to come down to who not only gets their super clam in, but gets a big push off of it, meaning they throw in multiple clams after that.
Oh, Chloe goes down at the hands
There
of
with the
Nara.
ballpoint. Ballpoint is interesting. It got nerfed about a month or 2 ago, and it really hasn't been as popular as it used to be. The speed got dropped a little bit. So it's interesting to see Nara go back to that, but maybe it's because she wanted the mobility more for Clam Blitz, as we were talking about.
Yes, I have no idea how that weapon functions.
Baller strat coming in. They're going to jump in. Taking the lead. Beautiful play right there. Bo, no clams, though, to throw in. He is in their area.
Man, but as you can see, again, it's only a 3-point difference here. That penalty only allowed that super clam to be worth 4 points.
See, that was a strategy we haven't talked about much yet, is the use of specials, and Baller is one of the most popular in Clam Blitz because you can just effectively get in there with a shield, and your teammates can jump to you and throw in that super clam, just as we saw happen. No extra points coming in, though, so Fusion Falcons have a chance, if they can get one of these in here, to take the lead with a couple more clams. But Chloe, again, on this backline, is making stop after stop. Siege's got to be careful. He's aiming 1v2 with range. He does get Luma, but that Hydra's going to push him away. 40 seconds to get this ball in, and Siege must be feeling the pressure very much so right now. Trying to go down the left side.
Okay, all right.
Under pressure. He's got to jump away, but he's not going to be able to do so. Nugget, though, sneaking down the other side. Gets it overnight, needs to throw him in. He gets the kill, he's going to take the lead. Fusion Falcons, Knight coming in clutch with that substitute. Man, that kill was huge. That kill got him 6 more clams to take the lead there.
It also got them a game 3.
No, it's not over yet. Kraken Ink is going to have a super clam, possibly 2. They only need 1 and some change in here. Bo with the throw. No, it gets stopped.
Quite.
Luma still there, leading press. Chloe there as well. They both, I think, go down. Luma there again, and they take the lead. Oh my gosh. Heartbreak for Fusion Falcons.
Oh no.
Heartbreak for fans out there wanting a game 3.
Oh no.
I feel like Fusion Falcons had the defense, but more super jumps came in from Kraken Inc., just clutching it out in overtime. Holy cow.
Too much to handle.
Man, we have had some close matches, as Epic Spy has been saying. We've had Kraken Inc., I think, almost every time have had close matches, especially during Clan Blitz. Man, if you're a Fusion Falcon player right now, Zach, I can't imagine the heartbreak they must be having.
I'm crying in the corner for you guys, man. It's that hurt to watch. I'm sorry for the caster's curse, of course, there at the end, saying you've secured game 3. It hurts my heart to watch that, but what a play. What a play.
And again, I think we're just showing how close this league is. Kraken Inc., yes, taking a 2-0 victory today, but I really don't feel like it should have been. It felt like it should have gone to game 3. Just in the overtime, they're able to clutch it out. So congrats to Kraken Inc. Fusion Falcons still at 1-2 now, and still have a great chance of making the playoffs. So I'm not incredibly worried for them. They showed great play today. And I would say, Kraken Inc., what do you think? Are they our officially second best team? And do you think they have a chance to really challenge regular gamers? We've seen them play already and go to game 3.
Yeah.
How do you see that playing out if they match up in the playoffs now?
Now, remember, I said week 1, Kraken Inc. versus regular gamers would be the finals of this esports league. I see it happening again, and I see it going, if we do, whatever we do, a best of 3, a best of 5, a best of 7, a best of 48, it's going to that last game. Guaranteed.
I see Ryan the Irishman. Thank you for being here. Can't donate to the channel. Actually, we changed it so there's no super chats, but if you go to the description, there is a Streamlabs link where you can donate using PayPal and other things. And all of that money on today's stream and other eSport days on Sundays, all of it will go to the esports prize pool, already at $101. But we'll talk more about that later. We're going to go to our third game of the day, Renegades versus High Voltage. If you guys want to jump into the lobby, we're going to take a couple minutes of a break to get them in and get them ready. But it should be just as a hype of a match, Zach. So I'm excited to see that. And Blueness, thank you for the sub. We'll see you guys on the other side of the break. Welcome back, everybody, for our third and final matchup of today. We have High Voltage going on for their second time today, going against the Renegades. A pretty important match, I would say, for High Voltage. I don't know the exact statistics, but I'm pretty sure if you go 0-3, I don't know if there's much chance to get into the playoffs. So a win here keeps their playoff hopes alive. Maybe in some crazy world, they can lose this, win next week, and be 1-3 tied for third somehow.
Sure.
Small chance. So this is a big game for them. How are you feeling for High Voltage?
I gotta be honest, guys. I'm a bit spooked. I'm a bit spooked for you guys. And I don't know if this is gonna help you out at all. But I am extremely scared that you're gonna lose this one.
Wow.
I just
That's rude.
I know. And I'm hoping you use that to fuel yourselves to take victory, but I just it hurts. It hurts my heart. Ashy, I'm so sorry about the controller. I'm hoping there's something that you can do. Take care of that before we get into this game. But my heart broken.
Well, let's take a look at their team stats to see maybe how you're feeling about them, see if that's accurate.
Okay.
This is obviously the wrong team because I'm blind here.
Great.
Renegades, though, they are 1-2 across their matches because, again, Operation Stars dropped. Their matches didn't count. Only a negative 0.3 spread, and all their games have been super close. If you remember Kraken Inc., they went to Game 3, almost had it. So, you know what? I feel like they could potentially be a top team. Paint Pack came in last week, did a really good job. Not playing today, but Bandito, team leader, is back today. So we'll see how that difference plays for them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we've already seen it, but might as well take a look at it again. High Voltage stats aren't great, but that's just their first matchup against Fusion Falcons. We haven't, obviously, there's no real production team here. It's you and me trying to host and do production and everything at the same time. But so those haven't updated from today's game. So we'll see how that changes over these next couple matches as well. But yeah, I'm excited. I think both teams need a win here. Renegades could potentially be okay losing here because they'll play twice next week.
Sure.
And still have a chance if they lose here to go 2-2. But no one wants to be 0-2, right? Like, they want a win. They want to feel good about their team. And we'll see right now. We are jumping into it for game number 1.
Let's go.
No. All right. Splat Zones, Skipper Pavilion. We've seen it a couple times today. We have in the purple High Voltage, in the green Renegades. Almost their team colors, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's like Splatoon knows.
So cute.
All right, High Voltage seemingly going with some of the same team comp I've seen from them quite often. I don't know, maybe their team is just playing what they feel comfortable with. We've talked a lot about that. You know, do you go with what's good for the mode or for the team, or do you go with simply what you're most comfortable with?
Oh, that Ink Strike, I think, was able to get at least 3 of them. And I think that's going to help get in that zone.
Yep.
Bandito is back.
Bandito's back on the Kensa splatter shot, which is an interesting choice, getting some kills. Already, though, High Voltage with a good lead. This is how they started off last game, too.
Yeah, that's true. And it looks like, okay, JGC is still up. Bandito almost got that double there.
I mean,
Rose, or sorry, who was that? I missed that. Who went down? But blue or green has put the penalty onto blue.
JGC moving off the dualies now, using the K-Pro, which is an interesting choice for him. Ivy sneaking around the backside. That's something you can definitely do on this map. There's plenty of opportunity for flanks if the team is not watching out for him.
Well, the splashdown was not able to get anybody, but the kill is taken anyway by Bandito. And it looks like green is getting close to taking the lead here, but control
High Voltage,
lost.
yeah, High Voltage taking it. That's going to give them a good penalty on both sides, so High Voltage feeling good about getting control before losing the lead, I bet.
There it is. Control is lost for green. and Blue takes control once again. Ivy goes down.
Ivy, I see, he was in one of our top plays last week. He's been a great player, getting lots of kills. Does die a lot at the same time, though, so you just really never know. It feels like a coin flip every time I see Ivy in a 1v1 or a 2v1 here.
Yes, and of course, Team Heating, Ventilation, Air, and Cooling is taking... puts a penalty onto Green, but Green doesn't care. They're going to get through that penalty.
Splushy on the Nautilus. Now, Nautilus is an interesting weapon to me as well. It's kind of like a Splatling, but you just don't have as much range. But Splushy using it well, getting a couple kills here, and also has an Inkjet, which Inkjet wouldn't be my top choice for Splat zones, but if you can gamble and get the picks, obviously, like Splushy's trying to do right here, it's gonna pay off, but if you don't get them, then it feels kind of like a wasted special almost to me.
I talked about a little bit earlier about the first game that we saw today. That regular gamers was able to take those kills over and over, and that was what was able to get them the objective over and over. I noticed that here, High Voltage and Renegades are really not as focused on the kills as they are the objective, and this objective is just going back and forth, and they grab the lead for the first time.
Yeah. First time, Ivy with the splashdown, gonna get Navy there. Can he get any more kills? The zone does flip, so now penalty back on Kraken. It just seems to go back and forth so far. No one has really pushed up and taken control or bullied the other team out of the zone. It's just both teams have so easily gotten back into the zone. I feel like teams maybe need to push up a little bit. But it's hard on this map again because there's so many different entrances to get to the zone.
Exactly. And okay, it looks like we might see a lead again here. Well done. High Voltage is able to take their lead back.
Taking 3 out as well. Bandito all left to their own to try to get the zone back, but is actually going to get Ashley. I was going to say about to go down. Still stays alive. Bandito trying to hold on as team captain. 10 seconds left, Zach. Do you think they're going to do it?
He's trying to do it. I think that we're going to... Oh, and I didn't even get a chance to finish my sentence before Green took it back here.
That's the thing. If you come in as a team of 4 to the zone, you can flip the zone pretty easily if the other team doesn't challenge.
Yes.
So High Voltage missing their opportunity for the KO here. They still have a quite big lead though. Now with the zone again, they gotta be feeling like they're gonna win this one. But you just never know. Overtime for Splat zones is always really intense. And I know I've had many moments in overtime where I've just flipped out so much and lost focus and instead died trying to panic get the zone.
Yeah, it's an easy game to feel comfortable and be like, we got this. It's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. And then it just flips as it just did.
Yeah, using that bomb rush to their best advantage, getting the zone there. I love the suction bomb rush for Splat zones, and right there you get to see the reason why. Kraken Inc. able to save the game with a zone flip right there. Splushy doing their best to try to use this Nautilus to bully them out of the zone. It looks like we potentially go into overtime here. High Voltage now feeling the pressure. They could lose the lead if they're not able to get to the zone. 3v4 on the map. Splushy trying to hold it. It's now 3v2. High Voltage gonna take it back just in time.
Just in time. No overtime today.
Good game there. That was... Oops. Good game there. That was a very close match. Both teams played well. Whew. High Voltage taking their first game win as well. Ashy 17 kills on the Jet Sculpture. Meanwhile, Ivy, as I said, a very aggressive player, getting 13 splats there. Apparently Ashy's controller isn't going to stop him. 17 splats there.
Darn right it ain't. And this is what they, I think, needed to get them that confidence boost going into Clan Blitz. But again, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous, Luke.
Well, I think it's important that High Voltage got that one. Not that I wanted them to win. I'm happy either way, right? But High Voltage, I think, hasn't even had a match win. Renegades, they might be 0-1, but they had a match win.
Yeah.
High Voltage 0-2, not even a single match win until now. So it's kind of that monkey off the back mentality there.
Yeah.
They feel like, okay, we can actually win a match.
Right.
We can now hopefully win a series.
High Voltage does have a lot to lose here, and Renegades honestly, there's still obviously something to lose, but it's not as big of a deal. There's still a comeback that is able to be made for Renegades if they lose this one.
So game 2 now here on Clan Blitz. We did get to see High Voltage today earlier playing against regular gamers. The one match that they were super close to regular gamers, challenging our top team. That makes me favor them a little bit, actually, for Clan Blitz. Maybe they can get the sweep here. I don't know. How are you feeling? 30 seconds till our match. Who are you going with for match 2?
Goodness gracious. I'm going to say Renegades takes this one, and we see a game 3. There's almost been a weird habit of game 3 being only showing up in the last game of the day, I think. I think at least week 1. We were able to see that in this week, maybe last week.
We haven't seen it yet.
So we've still not seen a game 3 today. I feel like this is the one where it's showing up.
All right, well, teams are now ready for Clan Blitz game number 2. Let's jump into it, baby. All right, back to the Schellendorf Institute, one of my favorite maps. We have High Voltage in the purple again, and Renegades in the green once again. Zach, I'm seeing some really similar team comps. I think High Voltage, the only ones really swapping here, but Renegades taking pretty much, I think, every single same weapon as before.
Yeah, it looks like it, and maybe that's the best thing. Maybe that's the best way to go about this.
I mean, it gives me the idea that they're not necessarily strategizing for comps or for maps and modes. They're just playing what they're most comfortable on. So far, they do get 2 picks here, so maybe that's a good start for them to build up some pressure, build up some map ink, and get those clans that they need.
There it is. There it is. And it doesn't look like either team has a super clan quite. Oh, and right as I say that, great. I believe that's Renegades who has.
No, it's High Voltage.
High Voltage has. Yeah.
And I believe it's probably the ink brush here, yes. We have Rose on the ink brush once again. Ivy, though, getting some kills, and Rose just running into the dead of the team with that ink brush.
There it is. We're still both at a... Oh, but it looks like Bandito might grab that for the first time.
Yep. The other interesting thing that we didn't get to talk about is High Voltage playing earlier today. Perhaps the Renegades got to see their strategy for these maps and modes.
Yeah.
Maybe a slight advantage. They saw Rose on the ink brush do very well that first game, and they're like, okay, we need to focus down this ink brush, make sure they're not scoring these super clams in from the side.
And it looks like that super clam's ready to go out. Nice.
Goes up, goes down, gets it in. Navy's there to score more. JDC as well. Ashy's trying to paint up using that tri-slosher. Does get some kills. All the way to 47. I think they're out of clams though now. So I think that push is going to stop. That is a huge first push though.
Indeed.
Super clam already ready for them too.
Sheesh. 47 on 47 points on the board left. And a super clam ready to go. Bandito's probably going to try and take this kill here. Oh, but, whoa, beautiful dodge there. It doesn't matter, though. Goes down shortly after.
Actually killing on this tri-slosher, maybe that was his strategy. I don't feel confident in my controller. Pick a bucket and just kind of throw the paint everywhere.
Why not? Who needs aim when you play Splatoon?
JGC taking the baller for the team as well. Maybe could set up a play. They do have 22 clams. They use this baller. They can do a super jump play. Maybe they want to find a pick first, though.
Something I noticed for JGC, I believe he is B ranked in Clan Blitz. Okay, the barrier is open.
Oh, right, a nice baller from JGC, and Ashy as well, going to get some kills. They could get a KO here. No one from Renegades is out there.
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Huh?
That was a quick one. That was not what I was expecting.
Huh?
Oh my goodness. Wow, that changed very quick. Unexpectedly, High Voltage able to sweep Renegades. JGC B ranked, but he doesn't care. 9 splats on the day, 2 ballers to help his team set up those plays. Wilders Trougers, good games to both teams. High Voltage taking a 2-0 after not winning a single match so far. All of a sudden, they just turn on their charm, I guess. But they went from 100 to 40, and all of a sudden to 0, just like that. 2 pushes back to back.
I think they just did they need the push? Did they need like for something to be on the line, and then
I think it was you yelling at them.
maybe I'll yell at
It's
you
your
again if you need.
It's your disbelief.
If you need me to not believe in you again, $50. Yeah.
Well, tough game for the Renegades. You guys have had some good matches today. Just wasn't your day. Getting 0-2 there. What are you looking at for the Renegades to improve moving forward? They're in a tough spot now at 0-2. They really need to win 2 matches next week to get into the playoffs potentially. How are you feeling about them?
Renegades, I thought you played really well in that Splat Zones game. And honestly, it felt like you did a pretty good job there in that Clan Blitz game as well. And then just all of a sudden something happened. I'm not worried for you guys going into next week. I hope you're able to take at least one of those wins. But you really do need both those wins, I think, next week.
Yeah, and maybe they go back to putting in Paint Pat. I don't know why Paint Pat wasn't playing today. Player of the week last week. Maybe they sub him in again next week. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what that looks like. But, I think Renegades, you still have a good chance. You still have 2 matches next week to try to get into playoff. High Voltage, though, congrats. JGC, sorry. Yes, you were a girl. I don't know if we called you a guy earlier. But JGC subbing and helping High Voltage get their first win. We're going to take a couple-minute break. We got 2 interviews for the price of 1 today coming right at you on our cool-down desk. We'll see you guys on the other side for some great talk about the league.
Enchanté. turning me on.
Well, hello everybody again. That concludes our matches for week number 3, but we still have a lot to talk about as far as the upcoming schedule for next week, the standings. We have an interview with Bandito and an interview with the Navy, so we're going to start calling Bandito get you here on the line so that you can talk about the Renegades today. We'll see when they answer. But man, Zach, I feel like some really good matches today.
More than great matches, I mean, just some crazy upsets to me, honestly.
Yeah. Bandito, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here today. Tough loss for you guys, but I appreciate you guys showing up, playing your best. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, definitely. A little bummed out.
Yeah.
A third loss. It was kind of, but we played our best. So I mean, I'm still proud of them all, and I hope they're proud of themselves because they still did good.
Yeah. Do you feel like anything specifically today was tough for your team? It seemed like week 1 and 2, even though you guys took losses, you guys played really well. It seemed like today was just a little bit tougher for some reason. Can you point to any reason why?
I don't know. I mean, I think the first 2 losses were just pretty tough. I mean, the second one was kind of, it was easier because the team did so great and were all themselves, and rightfully so. And I think that this one was just kind of, well, we've already lost so many, so it's.
Yeah. Well, it's never fun to have a loss. One thing that we were talking about here on the desk that I wanted to ask you about, Paint Pat was the player of the week last week, not playing today. What's the status on Paint Pat for you guys?
Paint Pat is still our sub. He's definitely an amazing player, and I'm really glad that he could play for us last week. But the thing is, he's like, his time zone is, it's really late for him when the tournament starts.
Gotcha.
I know that's him to be able to play all the time, but
yeah,
I'm really grateful that he could fill in last week.
Well, that makes it tough. Well, I know it's hard to have an interview after a tough loss, so Zach, give us your fun, goofy question of the week. Come on, I know you have one just deep within your heart for Bandito here.
Yeah. So I was watching how you guys were playing earlier today, and I just saw some great moves on both sides of Renegades and High Voltage that we saw there at the end. And one thing that I noticed in your weapon choice is I was really curious what water bottle brand you prefer.
Well, that's a toughie. You know?
Is it a Visco Girl Hydro Flask?
You got it. Nailed it. Right down.
So if you were...
That's the one.
Zach, can you even name 3 water bottle brands?
Contigo.
Okay.
Hydro Flask. I think that counts. And hold on. How about Nike?
No, that's it. Nike is my favorite one. I completely forgot.
So if you were to purchase a Hydro Flask, say somebody buys you, a brand new Hydro Flask, do you cover it in stickers or do you leave it how it is?
I cover it in Nike stickers to make myself feel better.
Yes, that was the right answer. We love to see it.
Oh, Bandito, we appreciate you so much. This is great.
You passed the vibe check.
Oh my goodness. Well, Bandito, I'd like for you to talk about your team a little bit. What was the creation of you? Maybe not the creation of you. Yikes. Talk about the creation of your team, your Discord. How did this team form? And give us a reason to maybe root for you and your team.
Well, it's a relatively new team. This is our first time playing competitively together, so we've got a lot to work on, and maybe next season we can come back stronger and hopefully get us some wins. We still have next week too, so we could maybe pull one out of the bag. But yeah, we've been together for like not even a month, so
yep.
Reason to root for us. We need that emotional support,
I like it.
Chat.
All right. There you have it. Vote for Renegades. They need it. They need some support. They need some love. I like it.
Need it, guys.
Yes, and if you guys don't know, Bandito is the leader of Splatoon 2 Tournaments Discord, so you should check out their Discord as well. The thing I appreciate about you, Bandito, is that you're really trying to help Splatoon 2 competitive scene grow. You're trying to provide fun for others with events and tournaments, so thank you for that. Zach, any last question for Bandito here?
I have a question. Where does the name Bandito come from?
A classic question. You know, I feel like it should be left as a secret. People who know will know, but it's, top secret. Don't look it up.
Whoa.
Don't do that.
Don't look it up on like Urban Dictionary.
Don't look it up at all. Because, it's supposed to be.
Yikes. Whoa.
No, wait, it's
secrecy.
something bad. Wait, no.
So it's not like inappropriate.
No.
Okay. All right.
Don't look it up.
I'm pretty sure you
secret.
challenged the whole chat to look it up by saying don't look it up. Now
I'm
we're all
promoting
lookers.
something here right now.
Yeah, okay.
Just everyone now.
All right, well, Bandito, thanks so much for running a team, for being part of the league. We appreciate you and the Renegades so much. Any last thing you want to say to the fans before we hang up today?
Just thanks for supporting our team, and thanks to you guys for running this event, for letting us be part of it. It's been fun despite all the ones. So.
Of course. Well, thank you so much, Bandito. We love you. Have a great day, and we'll see your team next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
All right, bye-bye. All right, thank you so much, Bandito. We're going to transition into our second interview today, if we can get Navy on the line. But Bandito, love you. I appreciate you. Very different interview than some of the other teams, cough, cough. Appreciate your attitude, appreciate your positivity towards the league. But let's jump into Navy's interview. How about it? Good sir, Navy, can you hear us today?
Of course.
Of course. Awesome. Well, thank you for being here from High Voltage. Navy, one of your players. You're not the captain, but you're stepping in here to interview for your team and tell us a little bit about High Voltage. So why don't you just start off? How was today's matches? You had one loss and you had one win. How are you feeling about it?
Of course, we are always scared when we try to push every time in Splat zones or in clan beds. But right now in these battles, I feel that we have more confidence and no disease this time. So more different right now.
Gotcha. So do you guys feel, was there some pressure in today not having those wins? Or was it like, was that a barrier to you guys in your first game, and then somehow in the third match you guys changed it up? Or did you guys just kind of have the same attitude throughout today?
I feel that it was a little bit different because we practice sometimes and we try to build our confidence in where are we going to go, if you're going to defense or you're going to up, or you're going down, or you're going to be in the middle. And that confidence helps us to concentrate a strategy in this platform especially.
Awesome. Great. Well, it paid off today, getting at least one win, keeping your playoff hopes alive. How do you guys feel about going into next week with one win? Do you feel like you have a good chance to make the playoffs now that you have that moving forward?
I feel we can continue doing great right now in these battles. We need to continue working very hard as a team, but especially to be always positive battles.
Okay. Awesome. And next week you guys are facing Kraken Inc., one of our teams that's at 2-1 now. What do you think your odds are against Kraken Inc.? Do you think you're pretty confident? Are you a little nervous for them? What's your feeling towards them?
I think we're a bit nervous right now for that.
Why is that?
It feels a little bit weird to continue right now because we was thinking during the Discord conversations that we're going to have DCs, but this time it was a little bit different for the servers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a surprise that we didn't DC this time.
Yeah, he had one DC today, but yeah, that helps.
We tried.
Yep. Zach, anything?
High Voltage is your team name, and I was wondering if going around with a team name like High Voltage makes it really easy for there to be like power outages in your neighborhood. Maybe that's part of why some of these DCs are occurring. There's just some weird connectivity issues with power lines within your neighborhood. Maybe considering a name change, if you did have to change your name today, what would it be?
Well, of course, I need to talk with my captain, but for everything else, we're always talking about like any services like energy, water, or air energy. Something related to energy, the team always.
You could just be like the avatar, you know?
The airbenders.
Yeah.
Airbenders.
Oh, that's good.
Rose is saying oof in the chat. I don't know if your team captain agrees. Your team captain's like, no. Don't stop talking, Navy.
She's good to kill me.
All right, Navy, can you tell us a little bit about your team for those who don't know High Voltage as well? You know, what's your team like? What's a reason for you guys to have some fans that we should be rooting for you guys? Tell us about you and your team.
Well, team is like experience that we need to always have especially in competitive games. Like right now in Splatoon, High Voltage is like a small group that we're going to working very hard as a team to be always positive. It doesn't matter we have disease, but we always try our best. And thanks to everyone for support.
Awesome. Well, Navy, thank you so much for playing today. Thank you for your team, High Voltage, joining the league, providing entertainment for so many fans, and for me and Zach just watching you guys. Anything you want to say last to your fans today?
Need more subs. Let's go. We need a sponsor.
Trying to recruit sponsors and subs. I like
Kit
it.
Kat Gaming.
Gaming.
Kit Kat Gaming. There we go.
Out.
Kit Kat, you hear it yourself. Someone clip this and at Kit Kat Gaming. All right. Thank you, Navy. Appreciate you today. And we'll talk to you later and see your team next week. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Peace. All right. Well, thank you guys for those interviews. We're going to look at least at next week's schedules and the standings for today before we head out. So here are the standings after today's matches. Regular gamers, of course, Zach.
There it is.
3-0, not dropping a series yet. Kraken Inc., though, in that tight 1v1, or 1v1, I guess it was a 1-loss, 1-win ratio versus the Fusion Falcons,
Yes.
taking the better of them and putting them in second place. Probably, unless something crazy happens, also locking in their playoff spot, which means we're looking at Fusion Falcons, High Voltage, and Renegades in the bottom three, trying to look for that last third spot. Who are you feeling most confident in moving forward between those three teams?
That's a good question. My gut says Fusion Falcons, but I think High Voltage came off a win today. They're probably feeling good. There is a shot at seeing them take that third place spot.
Well, let's take a look at our final regular season week. The first game is going to be Renegades versus Fusion Falcons, and the third game, they need to play 2 next week, so they're going against regular gamers. Already an 0-2 start, facing some good teams. They're going to have to play the best that we've ever seen them if they want to make the playoffs and finish
absolutely.
2-2. Meanwhile, High Voltage, having that 1-2 record, needing a win off of Kraken Inc. Do you think there's a good chance of that?
Ugh, it's hard to say. I don't see a ton of hope there. But again, they came off this win. It could be what they need to take that win next week.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting lineup. Possibly in the first 2 games, we could have our playoffs locked. But depending on how the standings work and who wins these games, we could also potentially get a Game 4 tiebreaker, which would be epic. I'm rooting for that just for the hype of having a tiebreaker match going forward. But you never know. It's hard to say. And, you know, it's easy to want that but never get it.
Yep.
All right. Well, those are our matches for today. Don't forget that if you want to donate ever and support the teams, all of that money in that Streamlabs donation link in the description will go to the winning team, and maybe part of it will go to the second place team. So I hope our teams are ready for week number 4, closing out the regular season. 2 weeks we'll have playoffs. I'm hyped to finish off what I would say so far has been a great, successful league for at least season 1, don't you think?
Yeehaw. Indeed.
I'm excited, and we will see you guys next week. Thank you to all the fans watching today as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next week. Right?
We'll see you next week live from the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid.
All right.
Later.
Awesome. Thank you guys, and peace out.